International Jewelers, 16510 South Westland Drive, Gaithersburg, Maryland. Telephone 301-519-1692.
First Clinic, your walk-in urgent care in Potomac Village. www.firstclinicllc.com.
Miss Patel, astrologer, psychic professor, spiritual healing and help. Initial 2-minute no-obligation phone consultation for help and advice. 1-877-720-5611.
Manjeet Singh, CPA PC, www.manjeetsinghcpa.com.
Hi there. Welcome to Image in Asian Television. I'm Nikitasha Marwaha. Today, being August 15th, which is India's Independence Day, we have a special for you by Riti Bhalla.
Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom.
That was Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in New Delhi at midnight on the eve of independence in August of 1947. And this is Riti Sunshine Bhalla in New York as we celebrate the 62nd anniversary of that most historic day of the 20th century. India gains independence. On August 15th, 1947, this was the headline in a British newspaper, and they called it the greatest headline of the century. It all started with the Indian Rebellion of 1857, the first war of independence. It began on May 10th as a mutiny of sepoys of the East India Company in the town of Meerut, and soon erupted into civilian rebellions in other parts of India. The rebels quickly captured large parts of the northwestern provinces, including Delhi, where they installed the Mughal ruler Bahadur Shah Zafar as the Emperor of Hindustan. The British response came rapidly as well. By September 1857, Delhi had been retaken. Nevertheless, it took the better part of 1858 for the rebellion to be completely suppressed. But meanwhile, the rebel leaders Nana Sahib, Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi, Mangal Pandey, and Dantia Tope had created a great sense of nationalism and a quest for independence. Our first guest in our celebration of the Independence Day of India has been a strong supporter of India on Capitol Hill for the last 3 decades, first as a congressman and now as a U.S. Senator. He is a member of the Senate India Caucus and voted for the U.S.-India Nuclear Accord. Senator Schumer, welcome to our program.
Well, thank you for inviting me, Riti. I'm really honored to be part of this celebration today.
On this special occasion, what could be a greater honor for the Indian American community all across the U.S. than being joined by both senators from the state of New York? I'm truly proud to welcome our new senator from the Empire State, the Honorable Kirsten Gillibrand. Senator Gillibrand, welcome to our celebration.
Thank you, Riti. It's a real honor and privilege to be here with you today.
Thank you. Senator Schumer, let me first ask you, what comes to your mind when you think of India, especially on this 62nd anniversary of our Independence Day?
Well, I think of the similarities between India and the United States. I think of how great it is that we have so many people from India here in America, and particularly in my state of New York, because they contribute so much to our country. I think of the similar history and the similar values, 2 great democracies. India is the world's largest democracy, America is the world's oldest democracy, and both of us have never forgotten our history and where we come from. I am confident that the Indian-American relationship will go stronger and stronger and stronger because we both believe in freedom, we both are peace-loving people, and we're both people who honor achievement as you work up the ladder.
Thank you. Senator Gillibrand, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton just completed a very successful visit to India. As her successor in the U.S. Senate, Senator, what message would you like to convey to the Indian American community in the United States and the people of India today?
Well, on this day of celebration of India's Independence Day, there can be no better testament to India than the consistent record of free and fair elections such as the one that was held in May. I congratulate Prime Minister Singh and President Patil. I represent 500,000 New Yorkers of Indian descent. They contribute to our economy and our vibrant culture. I'm very happy to tell you that I've just joined the India Caucus a couple of weeks ago, and I'm delighted to be able to announce that on today's program.
On April 13, 1919, the day of Baisakhi, thousands of people gathered for a peaceful meeting in the Jallianwala Bagh, near the Golden Temple in Amritsar. British General Dyer marched a group of soldiers into the park and ordered them to open fire without warning. He continued the firing until all ammunition was exhausted. Hundreds of people were killed and thousands were injured. Bullet marks on the walls of Jallianwala Bagh are still preserved today. All over India, the news about the massacre evoked feelings of deep anguish and outrage. The massacre ultimately became an important catalyst of the Indian independence movement, paving the way for Mahatma Gandhi's non-cooperation movement against the British. It was also the motivation for a number of other revolutionaries, including Bhagat Singh. My next guest has been a co-chair of the Congressional Caucus on India and Indian Americans. He has visited India 6 times and led the largest ever congressional delegation to India. He brought 13 members of Congress to India who had never been there before. During his tenure as co-chair of India Caucus, he brought in 60 additional members of Congress to the caucus. I am proud to present to you the United States Congressman from the 7th Congressional District of New York, the Honorable Joseph Crowley. I'm equally proud to present to you Congressman Anthony Weiner, who has also visited India and is also a member of the India Caucus. So Congressman Weiner and Congressman Crowley, welcome to our celebration.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us back.
Congressman Crowley, as we celebrate the 62nd anniversary of the Independence Day of India, what are your thoughts for the Indian American community?
To be here to once again celebrate India and her anniversary as a democracy. India finds itself in a part of the world where democracy is little appreciated, bordering China, near Russia, near many of our friends in the Middle East, and has really been a shining example, I think, over these especially in these last few decades, as to what the benefits of democracy can be for a country and for its people. To watch India go through especially these last 2 elections, and to see the volume of people that vote throughout those weeks, it really is, I think, a great tribute to the founders of modern India and their dedication to a democratic state.
Congressman Weiner, as a representative of the world's oldest democracy, what are your thoughts as we celebrate the Independence Day of the world's largest democracy?
If you consider the common ideals that we share with India, particularly as we think about it here in Washington, D.C., that indeed a democracy the size of India is something that we should celebrate. We frequently in the United States focus a great deal on another Asian country that's very large, and that's China. But it's really India is the one that we should really be encouraging. India is the one that we should have the closest kind of cultural relationship with. So as we celebrate its independence, it is really a sense of shared value. So this is a day of great celebration. We share our common identity, and it is really great to have you back here. And I know that you turned down being host on Face the Nation to continue your job here, and I want to thank you for doing that. You're performing a great service to the community.